Hi, we're Shannon and Jerry Arner.
And our dog, Betty White.
Your hosts of the Arner Adventures podcast.
Could we have named it something more creative? Probably. But it's the name of our blog. It's our last name. We're on an adventure. Yada, yada, yada. After owning our own business, working 24/7.
And don't forget a mental breakdown in between.
We made a lifestyle change and decided to make the most out of life.
We sold our house, most of our belongings, downsized, and moved to the coast.
We live life minimally, but fully.
We live each day as an adventure.
This show will help you learn how to live life more fully, with more intention, by experiencing more, and with less stuff.
We'll talk about our own experiences, interview others who have much to share by creating a spark in our lives.
Some days we'll share real-life ongoings of what we're going through, and others will talk about our favorite flavor of waffle.
Come join our adventure.
It's the Arner Adventures Podcast.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Jerry.
Betty White is hanging here with us, and we're back for episode 105 of the Arner Adventures Podcast.
You guys, we're just amazed at the support you've given us, especially our campaign with Southern Oak Artisan for the, you might have to help me on this, Shannon, Thalassophile candle. Oh, I got it. With a little help from you. Thalassophile candle, that is a fundraiser for mental health advocacy.
That's right. That is truly what this podcast is about, raising awareness about mental health, normalizing the conversation surrounding it, and paving a way for yourself in life to live a life that may not fit into the mold of what other people think you should do with your life, you know? And so, yeah, we've received more purchases this past week, probably as we lead up to the holidays. And we're just so grateful and love your support of the program. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I think you said it all with your 3 thank yous, but thank you.
Yeah.
I'll add one. If you want to purchase the Thalassophile soy candle, our collab with Southern Oak Artisan for mental health advocacy, head over to the show notes where you can make that happen.
Before we get into this fun episode, please take a moment, leave us a 5-star review rating on the platform you're listening to us on. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and maybe give us a little thumbs up. It means more than you know and goes so far in supporting our podcast.
It sure does. Let's get to the conversation. Today's episode is about gifting a minimalist in your life. We talk about this all the time, how this time of year is a little stressful when it comes to gifts. Not only are you expected to give gifts at a lot of functions, but also you are expected to receive with a smile on your face, even though you really don't want to bring more items into your home.
That's right. So Unfortunately, we live in a society where tangible things, stuff is just passed around as fast as the common cold. It's just a part of life, right?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be, first of all, if you train your family and friends correctly.
That's right.
If you're listening to this as a minimalist, you know, you totally get it. You're probably just like, yeah, I have to explain this all the time. You have to put your foot down, letting people know in your life that you don't want the stuff.
You don't want the stuff.
No, period. If they knew that the stuff goes straight to your Goodwill bin at home, then maybe they would stop. I've talked about this before, that when people didn't listen to us and they kept giving us stuff, because really they're buying something just because they think that that is what's going to make you happy. It's just receiving something, right? We put them in like paper grocery bags and put the person's name on it. And then the next time we saw them, we gave them their bag right back. So then it's like, oh crap, I'm getting this stuff back that I gave to them. But then they start realizing, oh, I can see why you don't want this. It's like just dumb stuff. It's a shame that you do feel this obligation to give something to someone to show you that you care, but you really don't have to do this. You know, if you're listening to this as someone who wants to give a gift to a minimalist, we're here for you.
We're here for you. And, you know, people call it gift giving. We call it stuff giving. And when you think of it that way, it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it.
That's true.
And you're like, stuff giving? We got too much stuff. Why should we give stuff? Why should we receive stuff? Well, let's go over a fact, though, before we start. The average American has at least 300,000 items in their home. Everyone thinks that they give good gifts. Really, most people are just giving more things that will accumulate or end up in a landfill. No one needs a physical item to feel as though they are cared for.
That's right. Yeah. You don't have to give anything but your love and your time to
Mhm.
someone you care about, really, you know?
Yeah. It's about, and we like to think it's about getting back to that.
Yeah.
hmm Anyway, but some of you have asked, but I want to give something. Give me some ideas. Well, you've come to the right place.
That's right. That's
Here
right.
we go.
Yes. So if you really want to give something, if you're like, but I have to give something, I have to give a gift. You don't. But if you're like, I really want something, we do get this question a lot.
Mhm.
So we put together a list and we thought that we would go over it. So the first one is an online course. E-learning is just the best, especially for someone who's always yearning to learn more. So let's say your gift recipient has been a longtime writer and is always saying they want to write a book, or gosh, I just wish I could write more things. Then you can give the gift of an online course that walks them through that process. There's some online courses. I tell you something that I wish that I would make the time to do is I really want to know how to do the latte art,
Yeah.
the top of like lattes and make them really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I bet there's an online course for that. Like, well, if I had mentioned that to somebody, maybe they'd give me that online course. There's
Yeah.
a million online courses out there. Masterclass, that's a subscription with all of these experts in different fields. So that's a really, really great gift for someone who likes that kind of learning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that's always, there's so many fun things you can learn. I know you've talked about that for a while that I can't believe we haven't gotten around to that yet.
I know.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about this time of year.
What's that, Shannon?
Well, I love that I start thinking about autumn in New York and maybe traveling a little bit more around the holidays, things like that. But who wants to travel if you have to go and check your luggage and wait in lines and all that stuff with all the other holiday, this time of year travelers? Not us. We pack smart.
You don't start thinking about autumn in New York because that's a year-round thing.
That's true.
You think about it a little bit more.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. Well, what's really great about making sure that we pack smart and don't check luggage is our base carry-on rollers. We love them so much. We travel with other people and they end up buying the base carry-on rollers.
They're spread throughout our family at this point. I think because everyone envied us.
That and also me complaining about them taking too much time because everybody checks their luggage. Are you kidding me? I went to Alaska for like 10 days and the weather was warm and hot and I did not have to check my luggage. You just have to pack smart and it's easier to do with base.
I would say so. And yeah, that's just, I've never had an easier bag that goes into the overhead, not bag, but easier suitcase that goes into the overhead compartment.
Yeah.
And I love the, and I can't think of the
sport
term,
pack.
the sport pack that I wear along with it.
There's so much innovation with base, like everything you can think about with travel that you would need or want. They have. We love them so much. So if you want to take advantage of $15 off of your first purchase, go to arneradventures.com/base. That's BEIS and grab that link.
It'll be a game changer.
I know.
Yeah. Another one is reusable water bottles. Cut down on plastic waste and help your loved ones stay hydrated on the go with a stylish and practical reusable water bottle. These are great gifts for the minimalists for many reasons. First, minimalists usually don't want a lot of drinking vessels, of course, like they don't want a lot of anything.
Right.
So make sure they need one. We end up donating 4 to 6 water vessels each year.
Because it is a great gift, right? You're like, oh, look at this glass or BPA-free stainless steel, whatever, water vessel. Oh, this is going to be great for the sustainable minimalist in my life. Well, then you end up having 6 to 12 up in the cabinet. So then you're getting rid of them. So make sure that they need one.
And then you build a new cabinet. And then that's how it all gets out of hand.
That's true. That's true. Well, number 3 are meals. Now, this is a pretty big topic. So it's not limited to a gift certificate or a gift card to a restaurant. This can be meal prep companies where the recipient can pick their meals and have them in their freezer for dinner. if it's a loved one, like my mom knows like some casseroles and things that we like as vegetarians. If she were to give us, a casserole and we put it in our freezer, we'd love that. I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically a gift card to a restaurant or gift certificate, although that's really nice. We just wanted to let you know that it kind of opens up the options to bigger things if you want to do that.
Yeah, indeed. And the gift card thing to a restaurant is nice too, because sometimes you go places you wouldn't have gone otherwise. So
that's true.
And we always, that's one of our big points is going places you haven't gone before.
That's true.
Yeah. Now let's moving forward, the Rocketbook. You're a big fan of the Rocketbook.
Yes.
And I have not delved into it as much. It's a great clutter-free gift because it also reduces the paper notes that you have. Scattered handwritten notes have a new home. They're written in the Rocketbook, and with the scan of a tiny QR code on the page, the notes go to a digital platform of your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a link to that in our show notes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I tell you what, if you're on YouTube right now, you will see it.
And if you're not, you should be.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. So this is, they have different sizes, but this is my Rocketbook. If you're listening, you're just like, what in the world? But it's a notebook. It's a spiral notebook. It looks like any other notebook that you have. And let me go to something I haven't written on. So this is a lined page, It comes with this pen, although there is a certain kind of pen that writes on it. You don't want to write with a regular pen. This is like a Frixion something. But anyway, you write on it. It feels like paper. It has a little QR code at the bottom. And you just take your notes. And at the end of when I filled up the page, I actually do it once a week. So at the end of my week, I go through with my phone and there's an app, a Rocketbook app, and I scan each of the pages and it picks up the QR code on the page and it knows where I want all of those to be sent. It also picks up, the top row of the letters that I write. So I usually try to write what it is, like meeting with Jerry, December 17th or whatever. And then it will title it that. So then if I'm going to search for it, I can go into my Google Drive where there's a folder for those meetings and it's there. So it is super nice. They have larger ones, 8.5 by 11 sheets. This is a smaller one because I like to just throw this one in my bag and it's just super easy. But yeah, I don't ever use a paper notebook anymore. I don't have Post-its anywhere. It's just really streamlined. So again, another great gift for the sustainable minimalist in your life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I am always reluctant to take steps when it comes to technology. So I think I kind of stick to the paper notes a little too much, but I should use the Rocketbook more. I know it helps you a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be delving more into that. I've come to one of our favorites. I'm glad it's my turn.
I think it's my turn, but I was riffing a lot on the last one.
You
go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. Experiences and adventures. Instead of physical gifts, gift your loved ones with a cooking class, concert tickets, a live performance like a play or a spa treatment. These memories will last longer than any physical gift and won't take up space in their homes. Some of the best gifts we have received are a sunset sail, horseback riding on the beach,
yep,
or even a weekend at a bed and breakfast.
That's right.
Oh, man, can't go wrong, right?
No. Mm-mm. I mean, look, it's no surprise. If you're a listener of ours, you know that we sold everything so that we could live a life of more experiences and adventure. So this is right up our alley. If anyone, ever wants to gift us with anything, they usually know this is the thing. Like, this is what we want. Or like if we're traveling, they'll go, how about, horseback riding on the beach excursion or whatever it is. But that, that can be larger. But you can do the things like movie tickets. So we wanted to take a minute to tell you about one of our sponsors, but we love them, is Sugar Wish.
Yes, Sugar Wish has been a big part of our journey here with Honor Ventures. Mm-hmm. We love their products.
We do. What we love most is that it's a sustainable gift, right? All you need to do is send someone an email and you pick sort of a price point with Sugar Wish, and you can, you can either choose the different categories like candy, snacks, Betty's favorite,
Betty's dog treats.
Dog treats. If you want to send a dog a special little gift, all you do is go in there and choose the category, and the recipient gets to choose whatever gift that they want. I mean, what is there not to love about that?
Well, yeah, that makes it really neat. You're getting a gift, but you're also getting choices
Right.
within a broader spectrum, and you can choose your own gift.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just think the feedback we always get from people who receive it is just always, wow, great. You kind of made somebody's day. So that's always fun.
Right.
Mhm.
That's right. I love that it's called Sugar Wish. It's sort of appropriate.
Mhm.
Something that we did not mention is wine.
Vine
Box. Underneath Sugar Wish is sort of another, it's their company. It's like another name, but if you go to the Sugar Wish website, you can definitely order it, but it's Vine Box, and you can send someone these like little tubes, and
they're like test tubes.
They are
they're
test
kind
tubes,
of fun,
but they're like a tasting of different wines. And we love it because you just pour the tube in like your glass, and it's a glass of wine.
It's like a wine flight, like you would
Yes.
get in a beer flight in a restaurant.
Oh
where
my
you get
gosh.
the little
That's
little
exactly
glasses of
what
beer.
it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something about that. I think people love that kind of variety, and like I get to have a taste of all those different ones.
That's right.
Exciting for lots
We've
of people.
sent them as thank you gifts. We've sent them as like housewarming gifts.
Housewarming, yeah.
People who adopt new doggies, all kinds of different things. Any holiday, and if it's last minute, that's okay because they get the email the same day that you want to send it.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
and everybody loves it.
Yeah. Well, don't miss out on the opportunity to try it out. You can save $7 off of your gift to someone. You just use the code ADVENTURE during your checkout. And for the easy way to get to it is to go to arneradventures.com/sugarwish, which is also in the show notes.
Yeah, get ready to make someone's day with a delightful gift. Now let's dive back into the show.
Or, like Jerry said, the cooking class or concert tickets, although those right now are as expensive as traveling somewhere. So, or a spa treatment, a mani-pedi, anything like that. You can be thinking about things that are experiences, and they can think about you while they're having it, or maybe you're with them. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, number 6 is handmade soaps or cleaners. Help your loved ones pamper themselves with a bar of handmade soap. You can make them with a variety of scents. They're usually made with natural ingredients that are good for their skin. One of the best gifts that we ever gave was handmade detergent in a jar, and it had the ingredients on the outside of the jar, and it even had like a little metal scoop of how much to use. I made that for my grandma, and she loved it. I mean, I think she didn't even want to use the detergent because she was like, it's so cute, but she did. And then I would make her more to put in it. So it was really great. But it's a gift that is usable, it's sustainable, and it's something that also gears somebody to get in the mindset of maybe making their own cleaners or soaps. Gosh, every time we've given a gift like that, the person just loved it and then began making it themselves, because we always put how to do it on the outside of it. And so I think that's really cool.
Oh, I do too. And I hadn't thought about that so much in a while. And you were saying how much your grandma loved it and that too. I do remember that. What a good gift that made. Here's another one. It's a biggie in our house: plants. They're great gift ideas. Succulents are perfect for those who don't have a green thumb. They require minimal watering and can add a touch of greenery to any space without taking up too much space themselves. Propagate from your plant for even a more special touch.
Yeah.
And this is really I enjoy the heck out of them, but you really know a lot about the plants and stuff now.
Yeah. So if you're gifting a plant, sometimes it can be intimidating. So I do try to be mindful of that. Like there's some plants in our house that I can't believe I can keep alive. So why would I put that stress on somebody else? But there are others that I'm like, oh, this is so easy, like a succulent, or I don't know, just some others in the house. And so when I know something's coming up, I'll, cut a piece off, propagate it. So when it roots, I will start a new plant and give that to someone and tell them, hey, that came from my plant. Usually the person has already expressed that they like that plant or something about how they want some plants, but it just means so much more when it came from you. I have several plants that people propagated for me. And every time I go to water them, take care of them or anything, I think about that person and who gave it to me. And I think that's a really, really nice gift.
Yeah, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I know that individual plants can do that, and they almost end up like pets in a
They
way,
do.
like our dog Betty, or
Oh, and look, if you go to ornamentventures.com and search plants, there are just so many resources that tell you the benefits of having plants in your home. So,
Mhm.
and how to take care of them, easy ones to take care of. So,
Mhm.
lots of resources for you.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, the next one is a soy candle. I mean, we love our candles, right? We don't just love any candle, though. We love a handmade 100% soy candle. You all know we love Southern Oak Artisan. It's our favorite. It's the only kind of candle we can keep in our house. We have them lit right now. We constantly have them lit all over. They're safe to breathe around. Betty can be around it. It's safe for pets. Unlike other paraffin candles or even soy blends, you can go to the big box stores. And if you think, oh, this is a soy candle, and you turn on around the back, it'll tell you it's a soy blend, which means it has those other chemicals in it. You want 100% soy. And yeah, we have a candle collab with we talked about at the beginning of the show, the Thalassophile candle. You can most certainly do that. Then you're given to mental health advocacy too. But we just wanted to make sure that we did throw that in there because soy candles are just, they brighten someone's environment. They make their home more of a sanctuary. It's just really, really nice.
Oh, they are. And I might add too that safe as they may be, we do blow them out before we go to bed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Safe to breathe around, but we do practice fire safety.
Safe candling.
Safe candling.
That's right.
That's right. Should we get to our last minute gifts?
Let's get to our last
because
minute
someone
gifts.
might be listening to this now, which will drop on Tuesday the 19th. And they may be thinking, ooh, I don't have a lot of time. Or they might be listening to this and they're like, oh, I happen to be listening to this Christmas Eve. Who knows? But the things that we're going to tell you about now, the last minute gifts, are great for gifts any time of year last minute. So birthday, holidays, whatever. These are just really great gifts for minimalists any time of year.
Any time of year, yeah. And instead of traditional gifts, you can consider making a donation to a charitable organization in your loved one's name. Not only will it make them feel good, but it will also make a difference in the world. Last year, we received a few gifts that were donations to local animal activist groups, and it was the best gift I think we ever got. That's right down our alley, So make a donation and give them the receipt via email, text, or if you want, print it and give it to them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just such a great thing. Anytime someone donates to anything that we love and they put it in our name, it just means it's just so great. And we've done it for other people too. It's really nice. And then, of course, another last minute is Sugar Wish. Consumables are always a winner. Okay. Like we didn't mention this on here, but we do also sometimes make consumables and put them in boxes like cookies, like recipes that your mom had, that my grandma had, and we'll just make them together and give those away. But if you don't have time to do all that, Sugar Wish. We love Sugar Wish because anytime we need to give a gift to someone, we can choose between sweet treats, savory snacks, wine, dog treats, so many things that you can choose from. You order it and you say, okay, I want this size box, or I want this amount that I want to spend. And your well wishes or whatever kind of e-card you want goes to their email or their text immediately, or you can schedule it out, but you could send it right then. And then they get it, and there's a link that they click, and it tells them what they can pick out. Like, oh, you can pick out 3 bottles of wine, or you can pick out 8 different kinds of candy or cookies, or there's just so many different things. And we love it. Anytime we've given it, we hear about it forever. They're like, oh my God, that time you did that Sugar Wish. And then once they pick it out, it arrives to them in the mail. So it's almost like a double gift because they get excited to pick it out. And then it arrives in the mail and they open it. It's this beautiful box and you pick out the design of what you want. And then they get it. And it's just a really, really great gift. We have a link for it in the show notes and a discount code if you want to go that route and save a little bit of money.
Oh yeah, and I can't think of how many people that have been, just giving us a very excited response when they've gotten that Sugar Wish. It just always seems to bring that along. And there's just a ton more stuff you can do, but we hope all this helps. I think we went over some really good things. Remember that acts of service are always welcomed. And you don't have to break the bank for anyone. That is not what giving's about.
That's right. So the next time you're struggling to find the perfect gift, remember these minimalist gift ideas. Simplify your gift giving process. Useful items and thoughtful gifts are always better than buying and giving just to buy and give. Let's just all get away from that. Really?
If this episode resonated with you, or if you know of someone who would benefit from anything we talked about today, or any episode, our guests, or anything, please share it with a friend. It's a great way of supporting the podcast and us, and we really appreciate it.
Another way of supporting the pod is by leaving us a 5-star review or rating on the platform you're listening to us on. Oh, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button because that also supports us. We would love that.
You can always find us, links we refer to during the show, and any of the podcast sponsors at arneradventures.com or linked here in these show notes. And until next time, enjoy that journey you're on. We're wishing you lots of adventures.
Adios.
Arrivederci.
Au revoir.
Adios.
Sayonara.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Dos vidaniana.